Hello everyone, welcome back to the class. I hope that you all are doing well, guys. Hello guys. Hello Priyank. Hello Shabana. Hello Lakshmi. Hello Javed. Hello Ritika. Shaurya, Keshav and Mayan. Hello. So, कैसे हो guys? How are you all doing? I know Keshav and Shaurya, both of you. I know Priyank. I know Ritika. Hi Ritika.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good.
So, how are you? Now there is no way back, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sure.
Hi Lakshmi. So I guess many of you were not there during our orientation, right? Hello Shabana Sheikh. Guys, switch on your mic. Javed, switch on your mic.
Yeah,
Maya.
hi.
Hi Shabana. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Javed Sheikh.
Can you please repeat it?
Javed Sheikh.
There are two Javed. One more Javed there is. Is that you only?
Yes.
Okay. Hi Soumya. Hello Soumya.
Hello,
Hi
sir.
man.
Hello, sir.
How are you man?
Hello. I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm all good. So I guess you were not there during the orientation, right?
Yes, sir. I'm not there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me introduce myself. Myself, Assudani. I am a CMA qualified and I will be a CMA trainee. Oh, okay, sure. You missed it. Now you will miss the whole class also. Don't worry. I guess you might be knowing me. Okay, sure.
No, sir, it's my first class.
Oh, it's your first class. Okay. So myself, Aman Keshav. Okay. So guys, let me tell you first that we will be using Glambook. Many of you are not there in our WhatsApp group, right? You all are not there into the WhatsApp group.
No, we are not there.
Okay, let me share the link. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So guys, get the link from the chat. Join the WhatsApp group. I have sent all the materials that we'll be using. We will be using the Glam material. Okay, I will be using the Glam book, and for MCQs, we will be using support package. So all of you just click on the group, join the group, and on the description I have provided the link for all the materials. Nana Keshav, दूसरा group है. Okay. So let's start with our first class. So here is our first class. We will be doing section A today. Okay. So in a real sense, there are basically total 6 sections in your part 2, which is strategic financial management. Okay. So under our part 2, SFM, which we call it as strategic financial management. Okay. So in that there are 6 sections. A, which is your financial statement analysis. Second is your section B is your corporate finance. C is your business decision analysis. D is your enterprise risk management. E is your capital investment decisions. And F is your professional ethics. Okay. So all these 6 sections are basic divided into all 15 units. Total 15 units है जो हमें follow करने under the GLAM. Okay. So our scenario would be first we'll go for A, then we'll go for D, then we'll go for C, and then we'll go for E, B, and then F. Okay. So this will be our schedule A, B, C, E, B, and F. So I make sure that everyone must understand whatever I explain in the class. Make sure you all attend the class regularly and also practice as much as I give you. Okay, everything is available in your description of the WhatsApp group. The material, each and every single material is available. Get it from there, understand the terms, that's it. Okay, and guys, if any doubts are there, just let me know during the class itself. We'll definitely solve it. Okay, तो ये 6 सेक्शन आपको आप you understand like as a chapter, you take it as a whole subject, it's all on you. As per me, take it as a subject. 6 subject, 6 के 6 important, all are your important topics. Okay, so anyone any doubts? किसी को कुछ पूछना है regarding the syllabus, regarding anything else, you may ask. Otherwise, I should carry out my class. Anyone? And one more thing, whenever I ask anything in the class, I need an answer. Okay, so let's start with our section A. With the very first start, it's 15 today. We'll hopefully be completing 3 sections by this month. Okay, so let's go for it. So yes, section A, which is your financial statement analysis. Okay, which is carried forward for around 3 units of your GLAM. Unit number 1, 2 and 3. ये 3 यूनिट अच्छी तरह से समझने हैं. Now, anyone any idea what is financial statement analysis? We all know that there are basic 5 financial statements. Which are they? First is your balance sheet. So balance sheet is actually also known as statement of financial position, which shows our asset, liabilities and equity. Okay, company आज की तारीख में क्या वैल्यू कर रही है? That is your balance sheet. Second is your statement of financial position, or we can say income statement directly. Income statement is statement of financial performance. The whole year, what you did, from where you got the revenue, from where you got the income, what is your gain, what is your loss, what is your expense. Okay, that's what the whole performance of the whole particular year is considered as your income statement. Third is your statement of changes in equity. Priyank, switch on your mic.
Yes, sir.
Priyank, tell me, you know about the balance sheet, right? Balance sheet has access, assets, liabilities, and equity.
Right.
Right? So under the equity, does it tell everything about the whole structure, or it just tells of a particular day?
It gives the whole structure actually.
Sorry,
Sorry, for which one you're asking me? For balance sheet, right?
जो इक्विटी दिखाते हैं, ठीक है,
Mm-hmm.
वो क्या पूरे साल में क्या क्या किया इक्विटी में पूरा दिखाते हैं कि सिर्फ उस दिन का पर्टिकुलर इक्विटी स्ट्रक्चर दिखाते हैं?
उस दिन का.
उस दिन का दिखाते हैं. That is what balance
हाँ.
sheet is on a
Good.
particular day. Position.
Position, right.
Statement of changes in equity is something, a zoom in of our equity section. In a whole year, what all reconciliation you did? Basically, it is a beginning and ending balance. कैसे आया? Of your equity. That is statement of changes in equity. Clear? Second, there is a statement of comprehensive income. Now, what is comprehensive income? So the incomes which are not yet realized, which haven't affected us yet, or the losses which haven't affected us, or the losses which are not realized by us. The incomes and losses, the gains and losses which are not included in our income statement are included here as a comprehensive income. Okay. And the last is your cash flow. So cash flow includes the basic, where what you did the whole year of your cash, how you generated, where you paid, where you got inflow, where you got outflow, every particular structure. Okay, clear this whole scenario? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now guys, let me know one thing. How many of you invest in stocks or certain equity and something like that? Just raise your hand. नो वन इन्वेस्ट। कभी अकाउंट्स देखिए कंपनी के, या कभी से एक आध दो शेयर खरीदा हो और समथिंग लाइक दैट?
Never,
No.
sir, never.
Mayank, you do, right?
Yes. No, sir. I never invested in stock.
Okay. So basically, if I want to invest, what should I check? Should I check the whole financial statements or like that?
Maybe, sir, we should check balance sheet and income statement.
I don't think so. I will only look for the certain ratios which I am interested in. For example, if I want to know that what is the company's debt to equity ratio, कितना debt है, so I will look for the debt to equity ratio. If I want to look whether the company has short term funds or not, so I will look for the liquidity ratios. If I want to know whether the company has long term debts or not, long term funds available or not, I will look for the solvency ratios. If I want to know the company's share ratios, like market share ratios, book value to market value to book value ratio, earnings per share, dividend payout ratio, everything. Similarly, if I want to know the profitability, whether the company is profitable or not, I will definitely look for the what we say gross margin. I will look at the net profit margin. Also, I will look for the operating profit margin. So all this criteria sums us for financial statement analysis. So I hope that you are eager to start. Let's start with it. Now, before we start, I just wanted to tell you that see, financial statements तो हमने बना लिए, ठीक है? Now, once being financial statement, do everyone is interested in your financial statement? But how? So there are certain users. There are certain direct users whom we consider as our creditor, supplier. We consider as suppliers, we consider as our more financial statement users, right? So basically the direct and indirect users of the financial analysis are somewhere in the point, you can say, who uses your financial statements in different manners. Okay, for example, if I am the user, if I am the one who wants to understand that whether the company is profitable or not, क्या कंपनी को मैं फंड्स दूं या ना दूं, so I might be the financial direct users. So for example, the supplier, or we can say the vendor, creditor, right? Management, we can say fund providers, lenders, we can say bank. We can also consider the potential investors. Potential investors कौन से होते हैं? Which are considering whether to invest or not, right? कि इस कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करूं या ना करूं. और we can say our stakeholders, our shareholders, जिन्होंने अभी हमारी कंपनी में ऑलरेडी परचेस करके रखा है, इन्वेस्ट करके रखा है. ओके, who are thinking कि भाई यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ाऊं या इन्वेस्टमेंट कम कर दूं, राइट? So those are our direct and indirect users. Now indirect users, those which represent the direct users. अब देखो, सबका अपना अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होता है फॉर यूजिंग द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. Some might be using for knowing company's profitability. Some might be using to know the company's solvency or liquidity ratios. Okay, so that is their usage purpose. Similarly, there are certain indirect users. Indirect users are customers, employees, and say customers, we can say the government officials. Also, we can say the SEC, tax authority. These are certain who indirectly uses the financial statement in order to support or in order to represent the direct users. Okay, so these are the certain structure. So everyone has their own purpose for using the financial statement, and none of them is different. Okay, none of them is different. SEC is Security Exchange, US. Okay, Keshav, got it? Securities Exchange Commission. Okay. So now let us similarly there are certain internal users, external users. Internal users वो मान सकते हैं जो internally जैसे मैनेजमेंट हो गया, हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स हो गए, हमारे एम्प्लॉइज हो गए, जो ये सोचते हैं कि हाउ टू डिसाइड हाउ टू स्ट्रेटेजाइज आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सो दैट वी कैन गो मोर फर्दर. एम्प्लॉइज विल थिंक कि यार कंपनी अच्छा तो कर रही है ना, कंपनी फ्यूचर में हमारे साथ रहेगी ना, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कंपनी बंद होने वाली है. दैट्स द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. Okay, so I hope you all are getting. Now let's dive into our syllabus. So this was something that I wanted to tell you, the users which are very much important to know, because being a financial statement analyst, we must know who is using the financial statement, what is their objective, क्योंकि बिना ऑब्जेक्टिव के कोई काम करना चाहिए नहीं. Okay, so let's start with our first financial analysis, that is common size financial statement analysis. Okay. So in this particular scenario, we are going to learn two types of analysis term. That's how we compare our financial statements. तो देखो पहला comparison आता है is known as vertical analysis. What do we call it as? We call it as vertical analysis. Vertical यानी ऐसा. Okay. Under this, if I want to compare the income statement, what do I take? I will take base as an sales revenue. Because see guys, it's very important when I am comparing with someone, so the base should be equal. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं एक पर्सन को मैं दूसरे पर्सन के साथ कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ. Their base should be equal. For example, if I am comparing a student of 9th with a student of 12th standard, is it a reliable comparison? Is it an accurate comparison? No, right? So if I want to compare, the base should be equal. So first one was your income statement approach, income statement analysis. Then is your balance sheet. तो अगर balance sheet compare करने का आती है, we take the base as our total assets. Now when do we use our vertical analysis? देखो vertical analysis is something that we use to compare with our competitors. Okay, we compare it with our competitors. We comparing with the same organization of same industry, or we compare it with our industry average. So that's what we compare here. That's vertical analysis. So vertical analysis is also known as common size financial statement analysis. Okay. So is that clear, guys? Everyone, what is vertical analysis? Yes or no? So let's read first, so that you get more idea about it. Okay. So percentage comparability. As I told now, the base should be equal. So the analyzing in the financial statements of steadily growing firms and firms of different sizes with an industry presents certain difficulty. Like, that's true. If I want to compare someone, if I want to compare certain firms, their sizes are different, their roles are different, their capabilities are different. Guys, just give me a moment now.
Sir, you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. So the thing is, I want to compare with my competitors. I want to compare the firms of different sizes, but the industry should be same. तो एक तो वो base clear हो गया. Secondly, possibilities are there. You are a big firm. You have your own sales, but I have my own sales, right? My sales is lesser. So we'll compare by taking each of them sales as separately. Just like an example given here. See, here in the question, there is a common size financial statement of current year and the prior year. So in that, see, they have taken 1.8 million for current year and 1.4 million for the prior year as a base. That means what they have done, they have taken all the items of income statement by keeping the base 1.8 million, 1.4 million. So that is the financial statement analysis. That's how we can compare. So if I want to compare that the cost of current year is lesser, gross profit of current year is more, selling expense is more, general administrative expense is more, operating income is more, revenues, gains, everything are more. Okay. Even the net income is also more. So that's how I compared the financial statements, right? So this is a fundamental that we should use to compare our financial statement. This helps us a lot because we are keeping the base equal. We are not changing our base. Okay. Same as we can do it with our balance sheet. So as you can see the balance sheets are current year and prior year. Here we would be taking the base as our total assets. See, I am taking the base total assets. They are 100%. And each and every one, that is current assets are there. Okay. So for current assets, if I want to take out the percentage for current assets, let's say non-current, how do I take? It's 1.4 million, 04 million divided by. What should I divide here? I should go for 1.8 million. What should be the percentage? It's 57.8%. Similarly, that is for current year. Huh? For prior year, it will be 965,000 divided by its own sales 1.6 million gives me as 60.3%. So what do we infer from this? We infer that the non-current assets of prior year were more, while non-current asset for this year is less. Similarly, this year my current assets are more compared to the prior year. Same as we can conclude our current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and total assets and comparabilities. Okay, so that's how we can compare our own organization's past periods with. I can compare my accounts with my competitors with the different sizes firms, but of the same industry. Is it clear, guys? Anyone any doubts still here? If no, then give a thumbs up. Okay, good. Now, as I told you, the vertical analysis, under which we take the percentage as a base. In income statement, we take total assets, total revenue, while in balance sheet, we take the base as our total assets. So that was one concept which we earlier studied just now, which is vertical analysis, where we are taking the base as our total revenues in income statement and total assets in our balance sheet. And that was simple and easy. But now, what we need to understand is horizontal analysis. See, horizontal analysis is also known as base year analysis, is also known as our trend analysis. Now, when I started, I told you that vertical analysis is used for what? When do we use our vertical analysis? Anyone? Go for it, Keshav.
So to compare with our competitors or same organization of same industry
Correct.
and industry average.
Good. Guys, what about others? I need answer from everyone. Huh? Who is this Dell? I guess Kenisha, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Kenisha, from day tomorrow, you must take the link from them. You just call the team member. They will provide you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the next we are going to do is horizontal analysis. See, in this, we are going to compare. It's also known as trend analysis. It's also known as base year analysis. So here I am going to compare my own financial statements with my own past years. खुद की accounts खुद की past year से compare करूंगा. But in this, I am taking all the items of current year, comparing all the items with the base year amounts. हर एक का percentage base year, that means base year में 100%. Okay. Now the major factor is, what do we consider as our base year? So the least year, the very past year, or the very first year given is your base year. If not given in the question, but if it is given in the question, then take that only as your base year. Okay, so that's an important one to understand. See here, if I take an example, it is 1.8 million divided by 1.5 million, you get 120%. Similarly, 1.4 million divided by 1.5 million, you get 93.3%. So that's what we consider as our trend analysis, or you can say comparing analysis, or you can say base year analysis, past year analysis, or common size statement analysis. Okay, it is also known as horizontal analysis. So is this clear with horizontal analysis? Yes or no? Cool. Now one more it is there, which is not given in this book. As for me, I find it important. So let's study that too. Yeah, Keshav, that's correct. If in the question, if for example, your current, prior and second prior, if second prior is not given, take prior year as your base year. Okay. One more analysis is there, which we call it as, which basic known as going rate analysis. Now, what are this going rate analysis? So going rate analysis is current year, that is CY, minus previous year divided by previous year. Basically, past year की comparison में इस साल में कितना growth है, कितना decline आया है. If I take an example of net sales, basically this is an extended version where we compare our current year with just past year, just previous year. Okay. Yes, that's growth rate analysis. Going rate भी बोल सकते हो और growth rate भी बोल सकते हो, ठीक है? Yeah. So if I want to compare my net sales, how should I take the percentage? It is 1.8 million less 1.4 million divided by just previous year. Here it is not base year we are taking, just the previous year we are taking. So that would be around. So I can see that there is a 28.57% growth as compared to the past year in sales. Now can you all find out for COGS? Find out for COGS, guys, quick. I need an answer.
से स्क्रीन पे वो शो कर दे.
Sorry?
सो कॉक्स का सर अमाउंट दिख नहीं रहा है स्क्रीन पे.
Yeah, COGS is decreasing. I want to know the percentage. How much percentage it has decreased or increased? Whatever. अच्छा दिख नहीं रहा है सर.
Sir, the numbers are not visible because of that white screen.
Now
It's okay, sir.
The 24%.
let me see. But I got only one answer. Actually, two answers. What others? Where are others answer? Kritika, Mayank, Del. I need an answer from everyone, guys. Soumya, Priyank, Lakshmi, Shaurya, and Shaurya also got. Guys, I need a chat from everyone. Quick, go for it.
Sir, it's 24%.
Sorry?
24%.
Correct.
24%. Yes.
Good. Good, 24.06%. Cool, guys. So that's how we would calculate our trend analysis. That's how we are going to calculate our growth rate analysis. Okay. So that makes a difference. Okay, just previous year ka pucha, it's growth rate. Okay. Now, see, as I told you, this was something that we also call it as growth rate analysis. एक और other form, ये जो हमने किया ना growth rate analysis, is actually the management by exception. Now, what is management by exception? Is there anyone who knows what is management by exception? Anyone? Okay. Let's take an example from Mayank. Can you switch on your mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mayank, tell me one thing that just now you gave the mock of section A, B, C, D. 4 section का आपने mock दिया, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Now you got the results and you got to know that which section is weaker and which section is good. So what is
Okay.
your next strategy now?
Sir, I will work on the weaker one.
You will work on your weak sessions.
Yes, sir.
That's what your management by exception. So management will work on the percentage change which are most changed. Basically हम उस चीज पे ज्यादा ध्यान देंगे जो ज्यादा अफेक्ट कर रही है. Right? The things which are getting worsen or the things which are getting more variances, more changes, will work upon more on them. For example, if I look at here, that just our selling expenses, it has increased over 233.3%, which is much more, right? Now it's very difficult to guys कि इतना ज़्यादा expense बढ़ गया, क्या करना चाहिए? Management को इसके ऊपर ध्यान देना चाहिए. Because see, management is not God. वो 24 घंटा काम नहीं कर सकती है. They had stipulated time. They have limitations of work. They can't outperform everything. So that is the reason why we call it as management by exception. Analysis इसीलिए आता है कि हम पूरा नहीं पढ़ सकते. We can work on those areas where we are lagging or where we need to cope up. Similarly, अगर Shabana, tell me, Sheikh Saab, tell me. Hello, Sheikh Saab, Shabana Sheikh. Or somewhere you tell me.
Yes, sir.
If you want to watch movie, where you will go?
Sorry.
If you want to watch movie, where you will go?
Movie theater.
Movie theater, right? You will not go to the market.
No.
Typically, हम उसी एरियाज पे ज्यादा वर्क करें जहाँ पे जरूरत है.
Right.
आज अगर मुझे भूख लगी है तो मैं मंदिर थोड़ी जाऊँ. I will not go to somewhere where the food is not available. पानी
Oh,
पीने
no.
रेगिस्तान थोड़ी जाऊँगा.
No, I will go for restaurant.
Correct. So basically the thing is, management by exception says that you should work more where you are necessary. जो बोलते हैं ना जहाँ पे इज्जत देते हैं वहीं पे जाना चाहिए. It's that. The work where it is necessary. जहाँ पे जरूरत ही नहीं है जाना क्यों है? Focus more on those areas where there are weaker sections. So these are the financial statement analysis. Why we do it? This is the only reason why we do this. एक और होता है जब हम इंटरनल चीजों को एनालिसिस करते हैं, कंपेयर करते हैं. We call them as our variance. But this is, we are comparing our financial statements. We call it analysis. Okay. So that is management by exception, which must be understood by everyone. Clear? Now, we are done with our very first topic, that is 1.1. Let's do some questions, I guess. Let's do this. Okay. Because this is an important term for me. See guys, MCQ solve करने का तरीका थोड़ा अलग रहना चाहिए. It should not be you should rust. Till now, I guess you might have solved numerous MCQs, but I'm sure you would have never solved the MCQs like this. Because question ध्यान से पढ़ना है. Understand the question just to understand the love stories of movie theaters. जैसे सैयारा की, तमाशा की मूवी सबने समझी है ना? ये भी ऐसे समझना है, ठीक है? And टेक द अप्रोच कि सारा क्वेश्चन सेग्रीगेट कर लो. Let's read it out and understand. The Gordon has had the following financial results of the past years. देखो काफी सालों के फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स उन्होंने दे रखे हैं. Year 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years, 4 financial statements given. Gordon has analyzed these results using the vertical common size statement. Okay, he was using vertical analysis. अब जरा कोई मुझे रिकॉल करवा सकता है क्या था वर्टिकल एनालिसिस? एनीवन रेज योर हैंड.
Sir, where we use the sales as a base.
Under income statement, right? What about balance sheet there?
Total assets.
Correct. And when do we use it?
Sir, when we compare the organization.
Organization? Which organization?
Sir, with our competitors.
Correct. When we are comparing it with our competitors. Okay. Now, so in this, the performance of Gordon can best be categorized by which of the following? Okay. So now see, it's very much difficult for me. It's very much time consuming to find out every year's ratios. Time नहीं है. So क्या करें? Let's do one thing. Let's tackle out options first. The common size gross profit percentage decreased as a result of increasing common size trend in COGS. अब ये तो कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. I need to calculate it every year. Okay. Let's calculate the COGS of every year. COGS first for year 1. So कैसे calculate करेंगे? Ritika, can you help me out?
So total, sorry, COGS divided by total sales.
That is 750 divided by 1.25 million. Okay.
Yes.
That's 60%. For year 2, 785,000 divided by 1.3 million. That is 60.38%. That's year 3. अब इस क्वेश्चन में ये बोला गया था कि ऑप्शन के हिसाब से ये बोला जा रहा था कि द कॉमन साइज ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट हैज इंक्रीज. अब देखो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट तो इंक्रीज हुआ ईयर 1, 2, 3, 4 के कंपैरिजन में. साथ में सॉरी दे आर सेइंग दैट कॉमन साइज ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट हैज डिक्रीज्ड. नहीं, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट तो डिक्रीज हुआ ही नहीं है. बट वी कैन से कि हाँ इंक्रीज हुआ है तो इसका मतलब ऑप्शन रॉन्ग है. नो, because when we look at the options, when we look at the ratios, it's little different. ठीक है, ईयर 3 का देखते हैं. That's 60 point. That was COGS. Now go for gross profit. Year 1, 5 lakh, 1.25 million. 40%. Year 2, it is 515, 65.61.
So year 2 में sir,
Wrong here.
sir 39.61%, I think so.
I guess I have made a mistake. 39.6 मैंने डिवाइड बाय 785 कर दी. Okay, then year 4. Year 4 is 550 divided by. Now let's look at the options. Year 1, option 1 says the common size gross profit has decreased. So हाँ, it has decreased over the years as a result of increasing common size trend in a COGS. COGS में increase भी तो हुआ है, ठीक है? COGS में increase भी हुआ है. So I guess I am somewhere correct. but it's very much important to understand कि भाई क्या गलत किया और क्या नहीं. What it is saying, in the gross profit has decrease हुआ है, हाँ. With the increasing COGS, yeah, COGS has increased. So क्या बोलते हैं, यही आंसर होगा. Option A is correct, guys. The common size sales is increasing. Sales increase हो रहा है, हाँ. Result in an increasing trend in a gross profit margin. ना भाई ना, gross profit तो increase हो ही नहीं रहा है. So not option B. The common size trend in COGS is decreasing. See, COGS is increasing. So ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, यहीं पे कट हो गया. Increased trend in the common size gross profit. No. So what's our answer? Is A. आया समझ में सबको केशव? Got it ना? So सबको पहला क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? C. A little question, little information, but a various information. छोटा पैकेट बड़ा धमाका बोल सकते. Next, a very easy question. C. Big question, ना? Read the last line. What percentage value would net income be on common size financial statement? Net income का क्या percentage होगा? Simple it is. अब देखो इसमें information नहीं दी हुई है. Which analysis we have to do? But we are well sure about it that this is vertical analysis because not other information is given. No base year is given. Okay. So what is our net income percentage? I want an answer from everyone, guys. Chat it fast. So net income is 120,000 divided by sales revenue 6 lakh. 20%. Got it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. 2020. See, good. It's all easy. मालूम है केशव, don't worry Lala, I know that thing. तो पूरा वापस ही कर. Okay, चलो. Next, a financial analysis reviewing a company's income statement for the past 2 years. Year 1 and year 2 is given. Income statement is given. The financial analysis is able to conclude that competitors dash. अब देखो इस क्वेश्चन में ना वर्टिकल दिया हुआ है ना हॉरिजॉन्टल दिया हुआ है. ऑप्शंस पढ़ो और फिर आंसर निकालो. A common size income statement will show operating income before tax 22% for year 2. चेक करो क्या ऑप्शन ए. कॉमन साइज मतलब वर्टिकल. Income before tax is this 25,000 divided by 275,000. It's 9.09. So not option A. A तो नहीं है, ये श्योर हूँ. A company common size income statement will show taxes related to the operations. Taxes related to operation is 16% for year 2. लगा तो 3500 divided by 275. It's only 1.27%. So of course, not option B. Now it says the common size base year income statement, मतलब horizontal analysis, will show that gross profit increase by 17% in year 2 as compared to year 1. कुछ भी नहीं करने का. Gross profit उठाओ 115,000 divided by 95,000. See, we know that it has increased, but how much? By, see, answer is 121%. So basically it has increased by 21%, not 15%, 17%. So not even option C. The common, ultimately D answer होगा, but फिर भी देखते हैं. The common size base year income statement will show selling expenses related to increase by 14% in year 2 as compared to year 1. Let's see. 40,000. Yeah, it's 114%. Now 114% मतलब क्या? Base year 100% है, मतलब year 1 100% है, तो year 2 में 14% का increase आया. Okay, so that makes D to be the correct.
Sir, please explain option C.
Sorry?
Sir, option C जो है ना sir, please
हाँ,
explain it.
sure. So it is something, see, common size base year analysis. बेस ईयर एनालिसिस मतलब पास्ट का कंपैरिजन. तो यहाँ पे ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट की बात की गई, तो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कितना है 115,000. करंट ईयर डिवाइड बाय बेस ईयर, दैट इज 95,000, दैट इज 121%. हो गया रितिका? Which means from the base year which was 100%, currently this year it has increased by 21%. Okay, because क्वेश्चन में बेस ईयर दिया हुआ है. रितिका गॉट इट ना?
It's a little bit still a doubt I have.
क्या डाउट है बताओ.
सर इसमें ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कितना इंक्रीज हुआ है ये पूछ रहे हैं. तो हम लोग को ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट बेस ईयर मतलब ईयर 2 ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट माइनस ईयर 1 ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट डिवाइडेड बाय ईयर 1 ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट नहीं करने का है.
देख लेते हैं वो भी, वो अलग है. यहाँ पे बोला हुआ वो ट्रेंड, वो हमारा ग्रोथ रेट एनालिसिस है.
ग्रोथ यस सर.
बट यहाँ पे बेस ईयर एनालिसिस बोला है तो यही करेंगे. बट इसमें कभी आंसर सेम नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज वी आर जस्ट कंपेयरिंग इट विद आवर पास्ट ईयर. सी 21%, इसका भी यही आया है.
ओके सर. नो.
आंसर वही आता है, आंसर में चेंजेस नहीं है, बट वो सिर्फ पास्ट ईयर के लिए ऐसा. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
क्या हुआ केशव भाई, बुरा लगा क्या? हाँ भाई केशव.
नहीं सर, कुछ नहीं.
नहीं ना, तू तो पढ़ ही लेगा भाई, पढ़ना ही है इस बार. देखो एनी हाउ
ट्राई तो वही है.
प्लानिंग करना ही है भाई. गुड, चलो दैट्स द स्पिरिट. नाउ लेट्स सी the company's financial statement from the past 2 years is given using the horizontal analysis which. हाँ केशव बताओ.
सर फिर बैलेंस शीट मतलब जो कॉमन बेस ये सिस्टम है और ट्रेंड एनालिसिस है वो सेम ही तो हुआ.
It's same only, but the difference only is that कि जो ग्रोथ रेट एनालिसिस है हमारा वो जस्ट प्रीवियस ईयर के लिए है, और बेस ईयर में तो पुराना ईयर भी हो सकता है ऐसा.
सर वो रिपीट करना.
हमारा ग्रोथ रेट एनालिसिस है ना, इट इज फॉर द प्रीवियस ईयर, जो अभी गया ईयर. ठीक है.
अच्छा.
While the base year analysis, जो we can say horizontal analysis, which is common size base year analysis, वो हम लोग एक पर्टिकुलर बेस ईयर को लेके चलते हैं,
जो सबसे लास्ट वाला होगा.
हाँ.
ठीक है.
So that is the only little difference, nothing else. So here is the question: a company's financial statement from the past 2 years have the following values. Using horizontal analysis, what account has the largest percentage change? कौन सा largest percentage change आया है बताओ. Let's compare the sales revenue. See, it is just the previous year, huh? So we'll do the same method. Growth rate करो या कोई method करो, it is same. That sales one is, it has 110%, मतलब 10% से increase हुआ है. 5 lakh divided by 5, oh sorry, 540,000 divided by 500,000. That's 108%. मतलब 8% से increase हुआ. 10.5 million. Oh, yeah, 10.5 million divided by 10 million. That is 105%, which is increased by 5%. Inventory में क्या increase हुआ है? 5 lakh divided by 6 lakh. So it is 83.33%. So basically it has decreased. Decreased by how much? Decreases by around 17% से इसमें decrease हुआ है. यहाँ पे 5% से increase हुआ है. Here it has increased by 7%, 8%. Here it has increased by 10%. So the maximum change, the largest change, percentage change is in B. That's inventory. whether it has decreased or increased ये नहीं बोला है, सिर्फ यही बोला है कि किसमें सबसे ज्यादा चेंज आया है, that is option D. Okay, a simple a logical one. Okay, so this here we end our unit 1.1. So किसी को कोई डाउट है unit 1.1 में? Anyone? No doubts, right? Give a thumbs up, guys, if you clear all the things whatever I explained just till now. No doubts, right? Okay, that's cool. Del, Lakshmi, Shabana, Priyank, Mayank. Oh, good too. Now let's take a 2-minute break and then connect again. मतलब leave नहीं करना है class. We'll just come back, okay? Hello guys, welcome back. Okay, so let's start with new topic, that is 1.2, which is a liquidity. What is liquidity? Liquid water, something like that. Liquid, cold drink. Is it like that liquid? Tell me fast. क्या होता है liquid? What is liquidity? Anyone? No one knows liquidity, guys.
Cash.
Not only cash. Yeah, sure, that's correct. How quickly we convert our cash, our assets into cash. Okay, so basically, liquidity is basically the measure for a financial investor, for a financial analyst, to measure the company's ability to meet its short-term obligations. Liquidity is for the short term, solvency is for the long term. So this particular system, this particular criteria measures our how well we are able to, basically it will measure you, are we able to pay our short-term obligations? That is what liquidity. So if we connect with our day-to-day life, girlfriend and boyfriend, क्या ये मेरे रोज के नखरे उठा पाएगा? The girl thinks like that. That's liquidity. रोज के नखरे उठाना is liquidity. Lifetime के नखरे उठाना, it's solvency. Okay. So ऐसे याद रखना. Short term, it's liquidity. Long term, it's your certain analysis of solvency. Okay. So short term obligations, liquidity. So liquidity is the firm's ability to pay its short terms, or we can say current obligation, as they become due. तो जैसे ही आपके short term liability due हो जाएगा, are you able to pay them, or you are gonna bounce them and thus remain into business in the short run? कि हम लोग वो ability है हमारे पास कि हम पे भी कर रहे हैं, also we are staying in it. That's liquidity. गर्लफ्रेंड के नखरे उठाना प्लस साथ में रहना is what the liquidity term is. Short term, yeah. Long term का नहीं पता. So liquidity reflects the ease with which these assets to be converted. So how easy for us, how liquid our assets are, so that we can able to convert them into cash. Okay. So liquidity measures this ability by relating a liquid assets to the current liabilities. So basically here we are going to take the balance sheet things, the current assets and current liabilities from the balance sheet and finding out certain ratios. Okay. So as we can see, these are our current assets, cash and cash equivalent, available for sale securities, account receivables, notes receivables, inventories and prepaid expenses. Similarly, we do have certain current liabilities. For example, accounts payable, notes payable, accrued interest on notes, current maturities of long-term debt. कि long-term debt का जो every year का EMI आता है is current for me this year. Accrued salaries and wages, जो मैंने salaries and wages अटका कर रखी है, which I have to pay. Income taxes payable. So these are my current liabilities. So by using these terms, we you are finding out certain ratios so that it will show our liquidity. ठीक है, समझ में आया सभी को? So are you all familiar with these examples ना, जो मैं आज example दिया? Is it not something that is offended here? है ऐसा कुछ कैसे examples ना दो या कुछ? Is it okay for all? Anyone? If yes, then go for it. Thumbs up. Okay. So these are the certain balance sheet approach. So these examples are for them, like it will be easy for you to remember. Okay. So what are current assets? First, let's understand the current assets. What the main purpose of our current assets? So current assets are the most liquid assets from the organization. So they are expected to convert into cash, sold or consumed within 1 year or within one operating cycle. So when I say this, that the current assets are those which can be converted to cash, which can be consumed or which can be sold within 1 year, within one operating cycle, whichever is more. Now when I say the operating cycle, what is operating cycle? So the operating cycle is something that I start from procuring the raw materials, making it available for use and selling it and collecting the cash. रॉ मटेरियल के आने से लेकर या तो गुड्स आने से लेकर से सेल करने से रिसीवेबल्स कन्वर्ट करने से कैश आने तक का जो समय है इज माय ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल. Now this doesn't mean that every organization is the same operating cycle. No, that differs. For example, if I give an example of grocery store, सब्जी बेचने वाला, उनका ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल कितने दिन का होगा? Anyone? Any idea? What is the operating cycle for the grocery store?
एक दिन.
2-3 days hardly, right? Because there is a possibility that the vegetables might get obsolete. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, right? So it depends. So their current assets are more liquid. So their current assets can be called as cash and cash equivalent. फिर marketable securities आते हैं, फिर receivables and फिर inventories and फिर prepaid payments आते हैं. So all these are your current assets. So सबसे ज़्यादा liquid cash and equivalent, marketable securities, receivables, inventories and then prepaid expenses. Similarly, there are certain current liabilities. So current liabilities are those which we had to pay within 1 year, within one operating cycle, whichever is more. Okay, जैसे accounts payable हो गया, notes payable हो गया, current maturity of long term debt हो गया. Okay, all these are the term as your current liabilities. Then we have net working capital. What is net working capital? So net working capital is how much of my asset is being allocated into the industry currently. So that is the excess of current assets over the current liabilities. कितना current assets ज्यादा है than my current liability. मतलब उतना अमाउंट मेरा यूसेज में है, ठीक है, उतना फंड्स मेरा भी बिजनेस में अटका हुआ है. लेट्स से इन अकाउंट रिसीवेबल्स, लेट्स से इन इन्वेंटरीज और लाइक दैट. सो दैट इज माय नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो दैट इज बीइंग allocated now to my different sources. Next is our current ratio. What do we mean by current ratio? So current ratio is the most liquid ratio, most common ratio that we call it as for liquidity. Basic formula is current assets, current ratio is equal to current assets by current liabilities. दो simple ratios. कौन से? Current ratio is equals to current assets by current liability. So ये simple ratio है. If your current ratio is more, that means you have more current assets than your current liabilities. If your current ratio is less, which means that you have less number of current assets than your current liabilities. So see here example given, year 1 and year 2. Year 1 has 1.949 ratio of current ratio. Year prior year is 2.309. So can I say that my current ratio has gone down, right? So that is my measure. Okay, that's what my measure is. The low ratio indicates, see that is also an issue, huh? If the ratio is lower, that means, what does it mean? अगर ratio कम है तो, if the ratio is lower, this indicates a possibly solvency problem. अगर ratio कम है, that means I can think कि भाई मेरे करंट एसेट्स कम है, मतलब मेरे करंट लायबिलिटीज ज्यादा है, कोई मुझे लोन देगा क्या? नहीं देगा, कि भाई इसके पास तो ऑलरेडी इतना लोन है और उसका इतना फंड भी नहीं देने को। सो सॉल्वेंसी इश्यूज इफ बहुत ज्यादा हाई है, वो भी एक दिक्कत है कि मेरे पास आइडियल एसेट पड़ा हुआ है, आई एम नॉट यूजिंग इट, आई एम नॉट यूटिलाइजिंग इट, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग माय एसेट्स प्रोडक्टिवली, so that is also a concern, हाँ। So, ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपके एसेट्स बहुत ज्यादा आइडियल पड़े हैं, बहुत ज्यादा करंट एसेट्स हो, और it should not be something that there are no current assets or the least current assets. So there should be a moderate term of, we can say, ratios of hours. Okay. We can call it as the range of, let's take an example, range होना चाहिए अपना current ratio का, on average it should be 2:1. 2:1 is fair enough. No, sure, it's 2:1. Okay. So 2:1 अगर रहेगा तो बहुत सही होगा, otherwise it might can cause an issue. ठीक है, तो जनरली इट शुड बी 2:1. करंट रेशियो प्रोपोर्शनल होना चाहिए अपने ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल से. ओके, देन
सर
यस शबाना,
2:1 मींस क्या? asset 2 और liability 1.
सॉरी,
2:1 means what? Means
two parts of current assets and one parts of my current liability.
okay.
Okay, so that should be my ratio. हाँ, पॉसिबिलिटीज है कि अगर ऑब्सोल्यूट या ओवर वैल्यूड इन्वेंटरी या रिसीवेबल्स है तो वो कहीं ना कहीं हमारे करंट रेशियो को इन्फ्लेट कर सकता है. या ग्रेटर देन 1 इज गुड, बट 2:1 होगा तो और ज्यादा सही रहेगा ऐसा. देन मेजर्स हर इंडस्ट्री का अपना अपना होता है, ठीक है, बट फॉर अस इफ इट सेफ 2:1 सही है. या सो पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देयर. देखो, हमेशा अपना जो बैलेंस शीट है ना, इट शुड बी मेंटेन्ड, इट शुड नॉट बी ओवर वैल्यूड, इट शुड नॉट बी अंडर वैल्यूड. क्योंकि अगर ओवर वैल्यूड होगा या अंडर वैल्यूड होगा ना our receivables or our inventory, that causes an issue of, we can say, या तो हमारा करंट रेशियो बहुत ज्यादा दिखेगा, इन्फ्लेट कर देगा, या तो बहुत कम दिखेगा. ओके, इफ माय ओवर वैल्यूड इन्वेंटरीज आर देयर, इन्वेंटरी यूं ही पड़ी है, मेरे को इन्वेंटरी दिखा रही 5 लाख की, बट इन द एक्चुअल इट्स 4 लाख ओनली बिकॉज 1 लाख ऑब्सोलेट हो गई, बट स्टिल इट इज शोइंग इन माय अकाउंट्स. सो दैट समवेयर इन्फ्लेट माय करंट एसेट्स. करंट एसेट्स इन द न्यूमरेटर, अगर न्यूमरेटर बढ़ा, रेशियो बढ़ा. Okay, then we have a quick ratio, another measure. So current ratio की formula, current asset by current liability. Quick ratio is more liquid ratio than our cash ratio or current ratio. In this, we are only considering 3 items in my numerators, which I call them as a quick assets. Now, what are quick assets? We generally don't consider the prepaid expenses and our inventory in our quick ratio, because हम ये मानते हैं कि क्विक रेशियो में इन्वेंट्री को टाइम लगता है कन्वर्ट करने में, इन्वेंट्री शायद जल्दी ना दिखे तो, so that is the reason why don't we consider as our quick assets. So that is cash plus marketable securities plus account receivables. That's only I am going to consider in my numerator. So my quick ratio test, quick ratio, which we also call it as acid test ratio, formula is quick assets upon current liabilities. That's it. Yeah, correct, sure. So basically we find it difficult just to liquidate our ratios. Okay, just to liquidate our inventory, as it is more conservative than quick assets current ratio. So as we can see here, this ratio measures the firm's ability to pay its short-term debt and avoid the problem of inventory valuation. कोई मगजमारी नहीं. Then we have one more ratio which is more conservative than our quick ratio. In this, in our numerator, we are only going to consider कैश प्लस मार्केटेबल सिक्योरिटीज डिवाइड बाय करंट लायबिलिटीज, इसमें से वो भी हटा दिया, क्या बोलते हैं अपना अकाउंट रिसीवेबल्स. ओके, similarly we have one more ratio which only considers the dollar term, the cash flow ratio. So here the formula is cash flow from operations divided by current liability. So ताकि पता चले कि रियल कैश के हिसाब से क्या मेरे पास रियल में इतना कैश है. कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन मतलब क्या, कितना पैसा, कितना कैश यू गॉट रियली. देखो कैश, मार्केटेबल सिक्योरिटीज, अकाउंट रिसीवेबल्स, ये सब तो मेजर सही है, बट कैश फ्लो सेज कि आपको रियलिटी में कितना कैश आया. दैट इज कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेशंस डिवाइडेड बाय करंट लायबिलिटीज. एंड हियर वी आर ओनली कंसीडर द कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेशंस बिकॉज कैश फ्लो में 3 एक्टिविटी होती है, ऑपरेटिंग, इन्वेस्टिंग एंड फाइनेंसिंग. वो 2 एक्टिविटी वी डोंट कंसीडर, वी आर ओनली गोना कंसीडर अवर ओनली वन, कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेशंस, द रियल फॉर्म ऑफ अवर बिजनेस. Then one more ratio we have which is more conservative. I call it as working capital ratio. So this ratio measures कि आपका कितना पैसा compared to your total assets, how much of your assets are being productive. That means कितना assets आपका business में लगा हुआ है, current assets. So that is working capital, that is current asset minus current liabilities divided by total assets. ओके, सो दैट इज द रेशियोज. कौन से रेशियो देखे हमने अभी? करंट रेशियो, क्विक रेशियो, कैश रेशियो, कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन रेशियो एंड नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल रेशियो. सो कैन यू ऑल रिवाइज विथ मी, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर करंट रेशियो?
Current assets upon current liabilities.
व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर क्विक रेशियो?
Cash plus account receivables and marketable securities. It's with current liabilities.
Sorry, can you repeat it, Lakshmi?
Cash plus marketable securities, accounts receivable divided by current liabilities.
Good. And what about our term of, we can say, cash ratio?
Cash ratio, it's a most liquid assets that we need to consider, like cash plus marketable securities. It needs to be divided by current liabilities.
Good. And what about our working capital ratio?
That is difference between current assets and current liabilities with the total assets.
What about others? What they are doing?
Cash flow ratio, I guess.
Sorry, Lakshmi.
We missed the cash flow ratio, I guess.
Yeah, go for it. Tell me.
No, I mean, I'm also having query on that, so I just want to refer one more time.
Query.
Yeah.
Cash flow ratio, right?
Yeah.
This signifies this. Earlier, we can say it is our real cash basis. Till now, whatever the ratio we did are our accrual base, because we have two forms of accounting. One, our cash basis, and one our accrual basis. Okay. So earlier, whatever the ratios that we just found out are all the means of our what do we call it as accrual basis. But we are generally want to know that what is our real cash flow analysis. So that is cash flow from operations divided by current liabilities. So we are converting into the cash form. Okay, cash basis.
Got
Clear?
it. Thank you.
Yeah, Lakshmi, it's okay na if I go for sometimes in Hindi, or you want to learn Hindi?
You mean it's much better if we continue with English for most of the case?
No issue. But some examples are to be given in Hindi. So do you understand?
I'm fine, totally fine with that.
So if you
Yeah, I
have
can understand a bit.
feel free to ask. Huh?
Yeah, I can understand a little bit, but not fully.
No, don't worry. I will not go in whole.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Next, before we go further, I just wanted to help you all in a very single term. I know you will get it just now when we solve the MCQs. But before that, let's understand how to solve the MCQs faster. So there's a trick here. when you have certain ratios like this, so if your current ratio and current liabilities is there, right? करंट रेशियो होगा, क्विक रेशियो होगा. अब आपको बोला गया है कि इतना इतना अमाउंट से कम हुआ न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर, ओवरऑल रेशियो में क्या चेंज आएगा. सो फॉर दैट आई हैव अ क्विक एनालिसिस फॉर यू ऑल. जस्ट नीड टू रिमेंबर, इफ current ratio, or we can say the quick ratio, is greater than 1, let's tackle it out. How? Let's say current assets are 5 lakh, quick assets are 4 lakh, current liabilities are 2 lakh. So what would be your current ratio? It would be 5 lakh by 2 lakh, right? 2.5. What would be your quick ratio? It would be 4 lakh divided by 2 lakh. That would be 2. Now, this both were greater than 1. Huh? Both the ratio greater than 1. Now, if I make certain changes, then let's look at the changes. If I increase my current ratio, if I increase the current assets by 2 lakh, so 5 lakh plus 2 lakh, 7 lakh. Quick assets will also increase 2 lakh. That, let's say it would be 6 lakh. Current liability would be 4 lakh. Now find out your current ratio. 7 lakh divided by 4 lakh. So what do we infer from this? Anyone, any analysis that you got here? Anyone? Any little thing that you got it from here? If, remember this, huh? If current ratio or the quick ratio is greater than 1, the same amount of increase in the numerator and the increase in denominator, that is increase, overall ratio goes down. Similarly, increase, decrease when ratio is greater. Make some changes. 2 lakh decrease karte hain. Let's decrease 2 lakh. Not 2 lakh. It will have some issues. Let's decrease 1.5 lakh. 5 lakh less 1.5 lakh is 350,000, and here 250,000. 5 lakh 50,000. Now make changes. That is 350,000. What do we infer from this, guys? So, ध्यान देना. Sorry. Here it will be 7. Huh? क्या पता चला इससे? With the increase, ratio goes down. With the decrease, ratio goes up. पता चला कि नहीं? ये एमसीक्यू सॉल्विंग के लिए छोटा सा ट्रिक था. सिमिलरली, यहां तक सबको पता चला? Yes or no? Give a thumbs up. Everyone, got it this? Yes or no? Okay, cool. Now, same thing that we'll do, but we'll decrease it now. If current ratio or the quick ratio is less than 1, then if my current assets are, let's say, 5 lakh, current liabilities are my 2 lakh, quick assets, sorry, not 1 lakh, it's less than 1 now. Make it 150, make it 2 lakh. Quick assets are only 50,000. What's my current ratio? less than 1. Now let's increase both. Current assets will become, let's increase by 2 lakh. 350,000. Current liabilities will be 2 lakh plus 2 lakh, 4 lakh. Quick asset would be 250,000. Current ratio 350 by 4 lakh. 0.875. See, increase. Quick ratio would be 250 by 4 lakh. Zero 0.625. So as I told you, if ratio is less than 1, increase, decrease, vice versa. If ratio greater than 1, then decrease, increase, and increase, decrease. Is that clear, guys? So this is the must to remember, as it is most IMP to solve the MCQs like this. Okay, this is a trick basically. So this is all given in detailed manner in my notes, which I have given the link now, the Google Drive link. It's already available in your LMS also. Get it from there. The notes are written very perfectly. Liquidity of current liabilities. See, liquidity of current liabilities is the ease with which a firm can issue new debt. What is liquidity of current liability? Liquidity of current liability. See, it's basically the format we can say it's basically the liquidity of current liability as giving out the funds and paying out the funds for the liabilities. Okay. So basically we are using our current assets to pay out our current liabilities. Okay. Bill pay कर रहे हैं सब चीजें. But how? So why we are doing it? So that we can fund it more. It will give us ease to fund more. It will help us to remain our credit worthiness. It will help us to reputate ourselves. It will help us to maintain our capital level. Okay, raising capital during raising liquidity during an adverse situation often requires a combination of both, because if there is a critical situation, so I must go for analyzing my using both asset liquidity, because I am in a very critical situation. I don't have much funds. What should I do? I have two options. Either I should raise certain liquidity, or I should sell out certain assets, sell out certain liquid assets. So that is a point which is used as liquidity of current liabilities. Okay. So is it clear, guys? What is liquidity ratios? Anyone any doubts? If no, then we should go for our MCQ session. Let me know fast, quick. Is there anyone who has any doubts? No. Okay. So let's solve certain MCQs. See, in analyzing the short-term liquidity of a company, many analysts prefer to use quick ratio, or we call it as acid test ratio, rather than the current ratio. The primary reason for this preference is that the dash. Why do we use our quick ratio? Wait, guys, I need the answer. What's the reason? What is the difference between the current ratio and the quick ratio? See, quick ratio excludes account receivables. No. Current ratio includes marketable securities which may be mispriced. No. Because marketable securities are included in both current ratio and quick ratio. तो दोनों में misprice होगा. Proforma cash flow financial statements focus on cash only. No. That's not reliable. That's not some measure. Conversion of inventory into cash is less reliable. Yes, under quick ratio we consider it that conversion of inventory is less reliable. D option is correct. Good. The selection financial information of a luggage manufacturer is shown below. Cash, account receivables, inventory, marketable securities, current liabilities, long-term liabilities is all given. Based on the information provided, the luggage manufacturer's quick ratio is dash. Let's see. Quick assets. We'll consider 531 cash. We'll consider marketable securities 439. We'll consider inventory? No. We'll consider marketable securities? Yes. Let's make out around. So our quick ratio would be quick assets 1.17 million divided by current liabilities, that is 5 lakh. 2.34. Option number C. Easy one. Yes, Javed, Mayank, Shaurya and Keshav. What about other guys? I need an answer from everyone, huh? Good, Soumya. Again, the Bromer's working capital at the year end is dash. Just need to find working capital. How much is the current assets? It's cash, accounts receivables, 8,000, prepaid expense, inventory of 42,000, accounts payable. That's it. 80,000. How much is my current liabilities? Accounts payable, notes payable due in 90 days, less than 1 year. What डालो? 35,000. No, sorry, 35,000, not 40,000. So, working capital would be current asset less current liability, 80,000 less 40,000. Option number A. A very easy and simple one. See, all of the following are affected when merchandise is purchased on credit, except dash. अगर मैं merchandise खरीदूंगा, that means I purchase inventory on credit, my current assets will increase, my current payable will increase. तो total current asset affect होगा, yes. Net working capital में change आएगा, इसको रखो साइड में. Total current liabilities बढ़ जाएगी क्योंकि accounts payable बढ़ेगा. Current ratio change आएगा क्या? Just now we saw if there is increase or increase decrease, so it will get affected. But working capital no. Why? Because 5 लाख से बड़ा 5 लाख से कम हुआ, net change 0. So B is the correct answer. Current asset 5 लाख से बढ़ेगा, current liability 5 लाख से बढ़ेगा, minus net 0. Okay. So guys, there is a homework to all of you from question number So there's a good amount of questions that you have. You have to complete it till question number 20, not 20 till 19. Do it till 19. Okay. This whole PDF is there with you in your Google Drive link. Starts from 9 to 20. Tomorrow first we'll solve this MCQs and then we'll go further. Is that clear, guys? So today whatever I explained, is it understood by all? Give a thumbs up quick. Okay. So I have a regular thing that I need a genuine feedback from everyone. So make sure you rate it. सभी rate करेंगे from 5 so that I must know your clarity. Yes, Keshav, I know. क्यों क्या हुआ? Everyone, rate it down fast from 5. ओके, तुम्हारी कॉलेज में बात करना जानती है मेरे को अच्छे से, शी नो मी वेल। Guys, everyone, just quick, rate it fast. Okay. What about others? Cool. So guys, we'll meet tomorrow. I hope that you all understood. We'll do the fun, enjoy करते रहेंगे. ठीक है, LinkedIn पे मुझे follow कर देना. We'll meet tomorrow, same timing, same schedule, and also with same motivation. Make sure you all be present. Bye bye. Take care. We'll see you at the classes.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Javed.